If you're a woman and you want to be with someone who deeply respects you, who's obsessed with you, who worships you, who thinks that how you think and how you behave, your mindsets, your physical beauty, your inner beauty is something to be in awe of, who worships the ground you walk on, and who is also a good man himself, who is a healed man, who has healed his masculinity and his femininity, and he is balanced, he's ambitious, he's driven, but he's also nurturing and compassionate. He's a provider not just financially, but he's the protector of your heart, and he can provide whatever you need because he's done the inner work. He has disassembled all of these societal expectations of what it means to be a man, and he's created his own definition. And you, as a woman, have done the same. Neither of you are performing masculinity or femininity, but are a balance of both. If you still want to believe in the goodness of humanity and the goodness of men, and believe that you can attract a truly good man into your life, this video is for you. If you believe that all men cheat, and you might as well make it a transaction and use manipulation tactics in order to get money from men or get something out of it because you know at the end of the day you're just going to get your heart broken, there are plenty of other videos that you can watch. I know that we are hurting. It is so hard to understand what it means to be a good woman, a good man, and the gender war is raging. I made a video about going 50-50 on a date, and it went insanely viral. Just on my socials alone, it probably has close to 40 million views. And it really taught me how deeply we just don't understand one another. And unlike all of the articles that were written about me, I am not a dating guru. I am not a relationship coach. But I do believe that relationships are a mirror to our relationship with ourselves. So that is what I want to focus on. Why am I attracting these kinds of romantic relationships in my life? If I don't like them, what can I do? What work? What self-concept work? What identity work? Behaviors do I need to modify in order to become the kind of person who is going to attract my soul's true mate? Let's talk about princess treatment. There are a couple of levels to this. On one hand, we want to attract men who are healthy, who are healed, and who are aligned with our values and treat us with respect and dignity. I know that whatever we focus on grows. If I'm constantly focusing on how men ain't shit, men always cheat, that is going to be the thing that I see more and more of. Does it exist? Of course, there are plenty of stories that you can see and find that exists. However, that is not the world that I want to belong to. I energetically reject any kind of relationship where my man isn't fully loyal, fully committed, fully in awe of who I am and what I do and how I think and who I am, like I said at the beginning. And I simply do not entertain the possibility or the thought of that happening to me. Taking radical responsibility for our lives and everything that has happened to us, I know it is a harsh reality and a harsh truth to think like that, but in my opinion, it is the most effective way to live my life. Whatever is happening to me isn't my fault, but it is my responsibility. What kind of life can I create so that I no longer attract these kinds of men? That means when I'm in social conversations with other women, I do my very best to resist talking down upon men. It's okay, of course, to talk about true experiences that we've had, but shit-talking men is not helping us find our dream men. I don't have control over the system, but I do have control over me, my thoughts, my beliefs, and how I move into the world. And I have to say that princess treatment is the belief that me as a woman, I am not powerful or capable enough to create and build a kingdom on my own. And instead, I'm going to outsource the building of that kingdom to a man. I don't trust or respect that man to treat me with loyalty or kindness, so I'm going to try to get something out of it. And let's be real, men who have money, it doesn't mean that they're generous. Men can be completely manipulative with their money, and even a good man who has money, if a man only feels strong and capable with a weak and disempowered woman who feels like they can't do anything, please just take care of me all the time. I don't have my own money. I can't learn about money. I can't learn about business. I'm just a dumb little girl. I just don't see how that's helpful. And even Shira 7 herself. This Shira 7 has her own personal brand. She has her own money. She has built an entire empire. She is a rich, wealthy woman. She's talking about how to have princess treatment, but in reality, she's a queen. She doesn't need men to provide for her. She can get it, of course, if she wants to. Manipulation is an easy thing to learn. It's an easy tactic to learn. But I personally don't want to be with someone who I feel like I could manipulate. And is that a rare man? Yes. And I'm a rare woman. And if I'm not that rare of a woman, I am going to become the kind of woman who is so rare that I am going to attract a man who is so rare. That is my standard. My standard is high for myself because I know the kind of man that I'm looking for is only going to be attracted to the highest version of myself. I'm not going to say things like, oh, it's so hard to learn how to do this. No, it's not. A man can do it. If a man can do it, I can do it. There are so many mid-level intelligent men out here making so much money, having mid-podcasts, mid-YouTube channels. There is so much opportunity for us women to share our knowledge and wisdom and intuition with one another and help each other along this path of life and to make money while still being in our feminine energy, using our creative gifts, showing up online, showing who we are, showing what we do, being visible, learning how to be seen, learning how to do the back end, learning how to do the business. And there is nothing that will call you to your greatness out of your disempowered princess energy that's entitled and feels like she can't do anything without a man into her queen energy than building a business. That is seriously self-development. And in this day and age, in order to build a personal brand or to build a business, you have to have social capital. That is going to help you thrive and connect you to your dream collaborators, to people who are going to support you, to people who are going to be interested in who you were at the very beginning and support you all along the way. You're going to get haters, you're going to get fans, cheerleaders. When you're consistently posting yourself online, it shows that you're putting forth the effort. You're going for what you want. Even if you don't have everything that you want yet, that effort is so attractive. And you're proving to yourself, I'm worth it. I don't want to live in this disempowered state where I'm outsourcing all my capabilities to something outside myself. I'm taking my power back. I'm creating the life of my dreams. I'm going to build my kingdom. And there, from that point, in my feminine energy, attract lots of different kinds of people and opportunities, and then choose the best ones for me. And I accept the road and the pain and the difficulty of building a kingdom. That isn't something that happens overnight. And I think because it's so difficult, we just go, oh, can you do it for me? And there's nothing wrong with getting help. And men are so good at doing material tasks in the 3D. We can ask them for help and support, but always come back to your feminine intuition. If they're saying you need to do this because that's the smart choice, you have to go this way, make sure that you're also in tune with your intuition and trusting your femininity to also guide how you're going to build the life of your dreams. And that is the secret to a soft life. Not saying in order to live a soft life, I need to find a man who will put me in a soft place, but really to work in a way that creates this gorgeous, juicy, amazing life for yourself. Because the character that is built when you're building your own life of abundance and freedom and choice, those character qualities are going to attract like-minded character qualities. So if you want a man who is driven, ambitious, intuitive, nurturing, compassionate, but also strong and generous, you also have to embody those same characteristics in your way. And we live in a time where we don't have to work at a 9-to-5 in order to be successful. You can become successful doing whatever you want. All you have to do is share it. Share yourself with the world. Share your gifts. Step into the spotlight. Believe in yourself. Know that you're worthy of being seen. Value yourself enough to charge for your creative gifts. Value yourself enough to become financially literate. Value yourself enough to learn how to budget. I personally cannot imagine a world where a man is the reason that I have a good life. He can add to my good life. He can be a huge additive. In fact, if he's not adding, I don't know why he's there. Energetically, you will always know that without him, you wouldn't be able to have the life that you have. And I want to know when I enter a partnership with a man that I'm choosing this person, not because I have to, not because I need him to elevate my life in this certain way, but because his presence is truly a gift in my life and vice versa. And the moment that I am mistreated, I'm leaving without a question, and that I always have walkaway power in any situation that I'm in. And that is why social capital is so important. Building a personal brand on your own is the key to building your dream life and attracting the man of your dream. If you were brainwashed by this princess treatment trend that we have going on and you're ready to step into your queen energy, but you have no idea where to start, I have a free course called the Consistency Kickstart. It's in the description below. It's going to teach you the mindsets, the lifestyle and identity changes that you need to have, and also a plan for the first few steps in order to start building your online presence, your personal brand, and therefore your dream life. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.